Yes, happiness is natural with happiest leaders, great coaches who make life easy. Because we're all leading life and we all need leadership coaches. Who better than a John Maxwell leadership coach, a communication coach? Because we are communicating all day with self, with our spouse, spies, kids, everyone around. So, here is a great leadership coach, founder, co founder of Leadership Card, and a golden hearted soul, a beautiful soul, giving back to the community trust, and so much more. And मैं इतना ही रट पाया हूँ. So welcome Kirandeep Sandhu ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sunny, for having me on your show. An absolute privilege to be here with you and your community. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
I am super blessed to learn from you. And what is the secret behind your smile?
The secret behind my smile. Well, just seeing the sun behind your screen is making me smile at this particular moment. You have a beautiful smile. And I believe that when we look at someone who's smiling across at us, we start smiling because smiles are so contagious. And I believe that in life, if we can spread smiles, joy, and happiness to other people, then we can bring more smiles, happiness, and joy in the lives of so many. So I think it's a mission that you are on. And I totally resonate with that mission that everyone has a different way of spreading joy, happiness, and smiles. My mission is of spreading smiles, joy, and happiness through my leadership card community, or my give back to the community initiatives through different initiatives that I have. And how do I do that? I think my pillars are, in fact, a student of mine had once said that, Kiran ma'am, you give us 3 E's. And I said, what are the 3 E's? And he said, well, you give us education, you educate us, you enlighten us, and you empower us. And that was something. Yeah, so that was, and I said, and then I started reflecting on this whole process that how do we work on these fundamental principles of 3 E's? Educate, so you're creating opportunities of sharing what you have learned. Then from there, you're empowering people with knowledge, and then you enlighten them. But it's not only as simple as that. I think as a leadership coach, you're constantly trying to create opportunities where each one of us can actually empower other people. And if you are saying empowering other people, you're giving them ways and means and tools so that they have a better control of their life, so that they can be happier and be more joyful. Because if you have inner peace, I think you can actually achieve a lot more. And then you can, again, that cycle goes on, which you educate and empower and enlighten other people. So, Sunny, I think that's what I would say. That's my secret, probably.
I like the secret.
Others make me happy.
So what keeps you happy and content all the time and still strive for excellence?
I think it's back the same thing. I'm very blessed, Sunny, that I've been able to make my passion my profession. My passion is I'm an educator, but in my soul, in my heart, and I've been able to make that my profession, which means that if I could just get up in the morning and no one was paying me, I would still be there, out there, supporting, educating, sharing knowledge, working with them so that they were enlightened and empowered. Just an example of this would be my Give Back to the Community Trust, which is the core pillar is bridging the educational gap in rural India through online education. However, it has a two-pronged strategy because we can't educate these children without supporting the teachers. So in that process, the rural community, the low grassroots level leadership is being developed so that these teachers, every one teacher can impact thousands of more students. Now, that is the radiant energy that comes back to you, because when you know that you're not impacting just one person through your one-on-one coachings, you're impacting a community. You start wanting to do more and more and more. And I think that's what it is. I bring all my leadership lessons to the community so that we can create more leaders in the community and they can empower more people. So I think that's what, keeps me going.
So people like us who are waiting to contribute also, who cannot form communities on their own, they are busy professionals, part-time trainers, they just want to be a part, to contribute. They have this heart to take some sessions. So how can we get in touch with you, get in touch with rural India?
Absolutely, and it's a mission that we all have to do. We can all work together. Nobody can, reach alone. We need people in this journey. There are ways that you can be part of it. I will share more details about it. You can look into it by going to www.giveback2community.com, and over there, it could be through giving hours. Maybe a few hours you would like to teach the children virtually, because every day we have classes that are run for the children from 4:30 to 6:30, Hindi, reasoning, and mathematics. So that's one. On the other side, I believe, as I talked about the professional growth of teachers, we are running programs where our teaching communities are given professional development programs. It could be like someone like you might want to come and talk about happiness. How can our teachers be more happy so that they can bring that radiant energy into the classrooms? So that's one more aspect of it. We have launched 2 recent scholarships for our teaching community so that our teachers can contribute to research and policy making. So these are different initiatives at the grassroots level to create more leadership so that our teachers can be empowered to create impact themselves. And they don't have to be waiting for others to bring the impact. Each one of us can make that change. And I think that sometimes you just need a little bit of support, and people like you in the community who reach out to us and say, what can I do? And I'm sure there is space for each one of us to be part of this mission so that we can impact so many lives.
Yes, we can do it together and pay it forward. Thank you, mat bolo. 4 जनों की help कर दो. Great, great.
Right.
So please tell us about your other initiatives. Leadership card. Yeah.
Right. As a leadership coach, I'm with John Maxwell. I'm an HRDF certified trainer, which is from Malaysia, working towards my international coaching certification. So these are qualifications which add you, and I think the community probably needs it. But again, it comes back to, even if we don't have these qualifications, are we able to help others to be transformed? The goal should be that I want to be there to empower someone to move on, to see their truest potential. So in that case, when people need a mentor, they need a coach, I'm not going to say a counselor, because counselors have a different role they play. I believe that coaches help you see forward. Counselors see your past so that you can fix it, whereas coaches are focused on the forward. How can we take you to the next step? And that's where coaches like me come into place so that you can achieve your leadership goals, your personal goals, your transformation goals, and see potential or realize those potentials which you probably did not see in yourself. I've been very fortunate in my coaching career to be able to see and bring many of my, for example, in the communication programs, bring many people onto the TEDx platforms. So that is something we have been able to do. We've been able to bring people to next leadership positions, create new leadership positions, move on to entrepreneurship. So that's a mindset shift that needs to be done, and that you can do it alone. But I think sometimes working with someone who is there to ask you the right questions, push you in the right direction, explore your potential, is something that I, as part of the Leadership Card team, do along with my partners at Leadership Card.
Super, super. So now quick 2 tips to shift my mindset from failure to success.
I think number 1, I believe in the power of visualization. This is major for me, and I have seen it for myself, and that's the reason I always talk about it for me, especially from my health goal journey point of view. I wanted to enter my 40s with a bang. I knew what I wanted to look like. I did not look like this, and I really worked on the power of visualization to see my success. How would I look? And I worked towards that. And the second tip I would say would be being more aware of your thought process. Because when we are aware of our thought process, then we are able to negate the negative thoughts that start coming into it. If we don't negate these negative thoughts in our mind, they become the devils, which can cripple our thinking and paralyze us from moving forward. So I believe these two things: have control of your thoughts, and number two, visualize your success. This is the mantra to success.
What about, feeling low, bad, sad, selfish, interest, pity party, and then become selfless like you, a giver, a contributor? How will that shift happen?
That's only possible, again, when you actually do an introspection of what do you really want from life. You have to, for this, I would say, work with a coach who can actually help you unknot those knots which are stopping you and blocking you from moving forward. And this is also a part of it where in the mindset shift, you have to be working with someone who can do those unlocking, which is through a reflective journaling process. I work with a lot of people, and I've helped them over an 8-week period that they go through those unblocking of knots so that they can start seeing their truest potential. So those anxiety, stresses, those negative self-esteem, it's all because how we view ourselves in the mirror. We have to shift the way we look at ourselves, and that's only going to happen when we see inwards to be able to see the truest potential outwards.
Perfect. So increase the self-worth with a smile, with the 8-week program by Kirandeep Sandhu ma'am. Great. So what are 2 things you learned from your dad in 2 words, 2 qualities?
Number one, give back to the community. And number two, work towards a nation building. And I think those are the 2 fundamental principles that I'm using for my leadership lessons, as well as part of leadership card, as well as give back to the community.
And I love that give back to the community initiative. Thanks to your dad. What about mama? 2 qualities.
My mother has made me to value each person for who they are. Each one is different. Their needs are different. So recognize them and love them the way they need to be loved. And number 2, be adaptable to the situation.
Wow, flexible. Great. And what are you proud about yourself? Wow, Kiran, you're too good. 2 things.
I am proud to be who I am and who I am carving myself each day to become, to be adding value to others through my different initiatives. Each day is giving me an opportunity to be proud of myself that I am impacting someone's life in a very meaningful way.
And you impacted mine so easily with your smile, with your answers. Now coming to one word answer.
Yes.
Life in one word.
Life in one word, happiness.
Leadership card in one word.
Empowerment.
Coaching in one word.
Moving forward.
Super, moving forward. I like that. Kirandeep in one word.
Joy.
You are truly a bundle of joy in so many thousands of lives. And I wish you all the best in all your noble, selfless endeavors. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunny, and to the community for this opportunity to share my values and thoughts with all of you. Thank you.